Welcome back, everybody. This is Cosmic Goose, and in the last part we unlocked Gato Grottos and learned a little bit more about the Jumi race. And in this part, you remember this guy? We're going to be dealing with him. Oh, hello. I'm here to gather green balls. You roll them up, steam them, and make a delicious snack. The green balls in Gato eat the droppings of the can. Ew. So they grow up nice and juicy. But I have to go through the dungeon to get to them. Would you like to go with me to gather green balls? Dude, I don't want to put my hands in poop. Green balls are best when they're fresh. Fine. Whatever. So this is part 2 of Nicollo's Business Unusual. Now he says you have to go through the dungeon, but there's actually a shortcut known as not going through the dungeon. If you carry on the way that you're supposed to, you have the option of just going straight to the waterfall. And this quest is actually incredibly short because of it. Oh, look at that, we're already here. And he becomes a teleport trickster, and he's just everywhere and nowhere at all times. Gathering green ball buns, and you want to go over to this direction, pretend that you're going to high-five the Kankan bird, or see if Sandra came back to the nest. But you immediately take a 180, and just walk away. Actually, you just sit here on the bridge. Or actually sit anywhere and just hang out for a bit. You know, think about life, think about things. Think about the future in past tense. Until the fairy shows up. Hey, fairy. What are you doing? Nothing. Uh-huh. What are you doing here? You're in my way. Nothing. Really? Honestly? Come on, stop mumbling to yourself. And the fairy disappears, and apparently Nicollo is done. And we got a green ball bun that's filled with poop, and an artifact. And oh my goodness, he actually gave us some money. And that's the end of that quest, so, exciting stuff. In the next part, alright, I've been using that joke way too many times. We're actually going to get started on another quest as soon as we go back and talk to our cactus. And we'll probably see if the fruits have grown at all, even though I just checked that, like, less than that, probably 5 minutes ago. I'm sure they're not done yet. But first we're going to talk to our cactus. Actually, you know what? Screw it. We'll just... they'll definitely be grown by the end of this quest, this next quest that we do. So I'll just check them then. Little bugs! Little bugs, little bugs. As opposed to big bugs that are filled with poop. So this next quest will actually take us into a new part of the map. We are finally actually starting to... What? Finally actually... Every single time. We are actually going to start unlocking more parts of the map. And what you want is the stone eye. And I'm just going to check my map real quick to see where I want to put this. You want to put it directly above the Luon Highway right here. And this stone eye will turn black and rainy and fill up. And wait for it. Bam! Lake Kilma. One of my favorite places in this game. It just has really serene music and pirates. And one of my favorite of the 7 wisdoms. Spoiler alert. And it's also got one of my favorite bosses, but that'll be later. The scouts ain't back yet. Could the fairies have crushed them? That guy's actually a pirate. I need to give him a more piratical voice. Arr, halt, stranger. What be the password? What? Aye, very good. Captain, our comrade has arrived. Ridiculous. Pirate penguins led by a pirate walrus. And their password is what? the Gorgon Eye. So the fairies, which we just met, have been apparently interfering with the pirates, and we need to stop them or help them or figure out which side has the better reward and choose that side in the upcoming battle. But not without murdering a bunch of helpless animals in the process. Like these guys. Tonpoles. Weird enemy names. It's just saying. And in precisely one more battle, my least favorite enemies in the entire game, hands down. Not these guys, those radish looking things. They're called Shrieknips, and they just sit there and they scream at you, and they'll inflict all sorts of annoying status ailments like confusion and paralysis, and they're smiling the entire time they do it, and it's aggravating. And I think that those tonpoles break into more bones than they actually have. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness me. Treasure! What was I just concerned about? I believe if you go this way, there's an egg over there. Like a monster egg you can get. I'm not concerned with it, so I'll leave it for now. And just carry on the path. The petrified pirates, the petrified pirate penguins, alliteration is awesome, always. Will be pointing you in the direction that you want to go, usually. So just follow the stonified pirates, and you will get to where you want to go. But you might not necessarily like it when you get there. Treasure! Arr! Excuse me, youngin'. This guy right here is the coolest cat in all the land. Hello! I'm just a turtle. I have a favor to ask of you. Could you stand still right there for me? Spin, spin, spin. I spin around. Oh, thank you, youngin'. The pirates did this to me. They trampled me on the way to look for treasure. By the way, Sonny, can you see the fairies right here? Yeah, of course I can. I don't think you actually can see them. Turtle, toodle, toodly-da. Oh my goodness, there are fairies aplenty, and we're just going to ignore them. Now this guy, I don't think it really matters, and I think the path you want to take is up, or at least the path that I always remember taking is up, because you fight a Chobin Hood, and he's worth a lot of experience, as well as some spiny cones, which can net you some money in a little bit. I'm not exactly sure the time frame. And it's been a very long time since I learned an ability. I feel like one should be popping any second. And I actually didn't yet go back to grind any abilities. I'll probably do that once I finish this recording session. I'm hoping that I can get more than... Oh, I didn't want to go this way. God damn it. Well, I got a sleepy eye out of it. I'm hoping to record more than one part. But we'll see how it goes. So we want to go this way and just use flying saw blades because I'm sick of fighting, even though I haven't really been doing a whole lot of it. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. No, candy! Candy! Why did you leave me, Candy? I was going to make a stripper joke, but I decided against it. It would have been in poor taste. Ha! Get it? Because it's candy. Oh man, I crack me up. I am just the most hilarious. One thing I just noticed is that my health bar at the top, next time I get into a battle I'll point it out. But my health bar is... Oh, hello. Yarr! Penguins! We face too great a whisk. We're gonna get destroyed by cooking utensils. We need to get back to the ship. Arr! Lest we be whisked and blended and baked at 350 degrees until we hold stiff peaks. If you know what I mean. Arr. And of course this walrus pirate doesn't like using the word kill, because his mommy said it's a bad word and you shouldn't say that. Let's go avenge the stoned shipmates. Arr! Back to the ship. That conversation we had earlier made me hungry for cookies. Arr. And then they run off. R-U-N-N-O-F-T. I think this is the fork in the road I was talking about, where it doesn't really matter which direction you go. Otherwise I missed it completely. And we got treasure, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, got treasure. Shrieknap! So, as you can see, my health bar is at 100%, and it's no longer at 100%, but if you noticed at the far left of my health bar, it was slightly yellow. As you level up, you're getting more health, obviously, as per RPG customs, and when you get more health, your health bar obviously only has a certain limited amount of space, and we saw this with Bud and Lisa, but you start gaining different colored health levels. Like, the next level is going to be yellow, and then after that it's green, and then it's just alternating shades of green. 50 shades of green, perhaps. No, it's 2 shades of green that just switch back and forth. And it actually kind of gets annoying because you're never really sure how much health you actually have. Like, you have 50% health left, but you don't... That doesn't mean, or that doesn't say a whole lot other than that you're 50% closer to dying. And these stoned penguins are in my way. And there weren't even that many penguins to start. Actually, I used to make that statement to myself when I was a kid, but now that I think about it, I'm sure since they're heading back to their ship, which is this way, I'm sure they probably got turned to stone immediately, and they probably started with like 20,000 penguin pirates, and now they're down to X number of penguin pirates. What's their name? Grey Ox. Well, at least you're not wrong. My face still hurts. Still got that same sunburn. This is actually the same day. Still July 4th. Haven't heard any fireworks yet, but it's only about 9 o'clock. Oh my god, mass suicide. You must sacrifice yourself to the master too. Arr! I just want cookies. Arr! That... Oh my, this is getting worse. Let's commit suicide too! I shall commit suicide as well. I'm old and no one likes me. Whee! So now their walrus pirate captain has been turned to stone, and there's nothing we can do to help him. And Tort is over here saying that the fairy pirate treasure is a myth, and everybody's just a greedy, selfish asshole, and now we have to stop the master, and since we're the only one with any fighting prowess at all, we have to do it, and the penguins are scared, and I'm scared, and Tort is mapping out how big he is. Is his name Tort, or is it Tote? Like the bag. We'll find out a little bit. In a little bit. In a little bit. And since the pirates are too scared, we need to give them a little incentive to get in the water and summon the master, so that we may murder him. It is now your turn to take over. Now, I'm just going to spoil this right now. The size of this boss was greatly exaggerated. However, he's still sufficiently badass looking. Behold! The Beholder! No, the Gorgon's Eye. At least he's not the Gorgonzola. I don't even think that makes a very good joke. He is prone to teleporting around, and I can never quite tell when I want to use my specials on him. Because more often than not, when he teleports around, he will use a special of his own. As you can see there, I missed. He also kind of hits pretty hard. I've only taken 2 hits and I'm already down a quarter of my health. But I'm just going to get him in this corner here and hit him. And then he's going to do something. General rule of thumb, stay away from him. I think that is a petrification beam, and if you're in it, you will get hurt for a pretty decent amount of damage, and you'll also get turned to stone. Luckily, this isn't something like God of War, where if you get turned to stone, any hit will immediately just shatter you into pieces and you die. Use your stone beams, so that I may murder you. My health is back at 90%, so I'm not going back down. And all of his attacks are pretty much interruptible. Like, as you can see, he started lowering his head a little bit. Even that... Oh, I'm confused. Even that eye beam, the eye star that he just shot out, if I hit him before it got to me, it would have just disappeared. Oh dear. He's gonna do something. Shoot his concentrated eye beam where I am nowhere to be seen. I will use flying saw blades where he is going to get mean. Pretty easy. I'm gonna push him around a little bit. What was that? What did I do? I don't even know what my skills are. I can spin. Also, if you spin too many times in a row, you get dizzy. Also, if you touch fuzzy, you occasionally get dizzy. But I think if you spin in front of enemies, you have a tendency... Oh no, if you spin and use X, you can do an attack, and also, as you see, I made him dizzy. So you can do both. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh dear sweet Jesus. Spike ball. It's actually one of his more deadly attacks, I think. He's not really that hard, he's kind of a pushover. And he shrieks, and he drops a treasure chest filled with loot, and we get a level. And now we have more yellow. And we still haven't learned any skills. I wonder why that is. Their abilities. Maybe this one just takes longer. Arr, Captain. Could you make the slope a little easier on my back? Shut up, sea beastie. This be all we can do. Arr. Do as he says. Arr. Arr. What's a pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet? I don't think that they have a favorite letter of the alphabet. Why couldn't the pirate go see the movie? Because he forgot his ID. I don't know any stupid pirate jokes off the top of my head. So we finished that. The pirates are going to get back to their ship and go look for treasure elsewhere because the fairy treasure was just a myth. Oh, starting to hear some fireworks. Maybe the forest near my house will catch on fire. Wouldn't that be something? So we'll talk to our cactus, and then we'll check on our garden, and then we'll call it an episode. Penguin statue! Yes, that's the take-home message of that quest. Penguin statue. Not, be good to people, and don't be greedy. Just penguin statue. So let's see how Trent's doing with our what's the word I'm looking for? I can't remember words. You know what? I'm going to break one of my rules just because I want to say that I got 3 quests done in this episode. So I'm going to pick one of these. It's Cabadillo. All of these fruits and vegetables make ridiculous puns. Bring me your seeds and I will bear fruit for them for you, bear. Just completely butchered that, but you know what? I don't care. The Manna Orchards, quest complete. And then we're gonna have to go back and talk to our little cactus. And he's going to make fun of us, and we're going to cry. And it's just not going to be a good day. Even though it's technically night. It's still not going to be a good day. So, with us talking to our cactus and telling him our adventures with Trenty, the Ent, I'm going to call it an episode. In the next part, we will do more with one of the main storylines. We will get to see a crazy cat lady again. And we probably won't do as many quests as we did this time. But if you like this part, please hit like if you really like it, or just want to keep watching me abuse children and small forest animals. Please subscribe and leave any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that in the comment section below. I will see you in the next one.